Who are the Americans?
Well, I know you don't want our answer to him, but the former president just released a state of border nightmare that they have unleashed on our nation.
Former President Trump?
Yeah.
I think you've articulated to me what our change in policy was. What was our change in policy from the morning to the afternoon?
Executive order from Friday morning said that
I think I've answered your question. Did you have another one?
I didn't think it was an answer.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I've answered it a couple times.
Okay, let me just quickly follow up.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, hello. I forgot it was Friday.
What do you say to those who are criticizing the president and vice president?
Who are those? Who are those?
Criticizing the fact that they've not made a trip to the border yet.
Like who?
Just one more. Sorry. Just one more. Okay, about the science. About Jen, the president is saying now, God willing, the FDA is going to be coming out in a reasonable time frame to say. Thank you, Jen. When the president says, "We will hunt you down and make you pay," would he be satisfied if they are captured and brought to trial?
I think he made clear yesterday that he does not want them to live on the earth anymore.
Is somebody asking the foreign nationals who are walking into Del Rio, Texas, and setting up camps on this side of the border for proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test?
It's not the same thing.
As military advisors to the...
They just let the American people know if Hunter has divulged himself of that.
Well, again, I conveyed to you, and then I think I'm going to have to move on, that you should talk to his representatives. And there's no reason to yell. I'm certainly not yelling. Operational details.
The president still believes that Build Back Better will not add a dime to the national...
Correct, it won't.
Why should Americans believe that?
Because it won't. Go ahead.
What if that...
Able to get the job done for the American people in the interim.
On that topic, who is the point person? Who is the main person in charge?
I don't know what the circumstances were of that particular moment.
He was shopping in a store, and on the glass outside it said "face covering required," and we could see him inside.
Didn't block diplomatic talks with Russia. Doesn't seem to have brought us back. Some other things. I'm wondering at what point do you take stock and say that
our effort is to do hard things, try hard things, and keep at it. So we just don't see it through the same prism. Remember it that way.
But I posited up this is beginning to arrive maybe by next week that there's no way that
President Biden ever been to the southern border?
In his life?
Yes.
Put out a list of all of the military equipment included in the answer is yes. I mean, although you don't want to say it, that answer to that question is yes. Distinction between offensive.
Well, what we're talking about. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish my answer.
No, you aren't. No, I was finishing a point, and then you can respond to mine.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, you're making this distinction.
And increase domestic production here. Just asking.
I would point that question to them, and we can talk about it more tomorrow when you learn more. That was a lot racked up in that question. What is your question exactly?
Starving, freezing in the United States. I'm asking, yesterday you were asking a question, what happened?
That's not the question I asked. The question I asked was...
Do you have another question? I think I've answered your question.
Was President Biden briefed at the time?
Again, I've answered your question. If you have another one, I'm happy to answer it. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next person.
I didn't get answers there, but I'll move on to another one.
Great.
The second